Welcome back to the Messianic Hour. I'm your host, Rabbi Scott. The show is dedicated to reaching the lost and educating the found. I want to encourage you to go to our website, rabbiscott.com, and help us bless Israel. You can plant a tree in Israel by going to our website, and in return, you'll not only bless the land, you'll bless our ministry, as we get a portion of the donation as well. And we'll send you a beautiful certificate of responding to the tree planted in Israel. You can do it in memory or in honor of someone. So go to our website again, rabbiscott.com, and plant a tree in Israel, bless the land, and receive that blessing in return. Judy, speaking about blessings, we're coming up on an interesting feast, the Feast of Purim. This feast is a feast that is not mentioned in the book of Leviticus. It's one of two feasts that's not there, one of the two major ones we celebrate, that of Purim and Hanukkah. These are man-made feasts, but as we're about to see, they both point to great miracles that our God did for our people.
And we know that Purim occurs on the 14th day of the month of Adar. Corresponds to March on the Gregorian calendar. I think it's March 10th this year. Don't hold me to that. I'm going off the top of my head. But it basically, this is where you love to say, excuse me, they tried to kill us, we won, let's eat. And this is about where Purim is taken from what's called a pur, or a lot, where the wicked Haman, which everybody wants to blot his name out. Everybody in the office just went boo, if you didn't hear that.
We'll only boo his name once, but when you hear the name Haman in your cars, in your office, you can yell out boo. Boo.
Even Nick got in on that one. Tries to annihilate the Jewish people in ancient Persia. And the Jewish people were saved by God's miraculous hand by the arranging of events expressed through the heroics of Mordecai and Esther. And this is found in the book of Esther. And there are interesting things with the story. And the first one is that God's name is not mentioned.
That's right.
Can you believe a book in the Bible where the name of God is not mentioned at all? But it really shows us that even if his name's not mentioned, he's still there. He's still, quote unquote, working behind the scenes to save the Jewish people. We know. What did he do? He made a covenant with Abraham. And he told Abraham that your descendants will be as numerous as the stars. Well, if they're going to be as numerous as the stars, they've got to live, basically. Right. And we kind of see this throughout the history of the Jewish people through Purim, through Haman trying to kill the Jewish people in Persia, through the Holocaust, where God has always worked to persevere and save his people, because that is his covenant with them. And in this, we see that Esther goes before the king, gets the decree reversed to save the Jewish people, and in the end, instead of Mordecai being hung in the gallows, it's Haman himself that's hung.
And his sons.
And his sons that are hung in the gallows that were meant for the Jewish people. And really, it kind of teaches us that while we have challenges and while things may seem that it's going to overwhelm us, we've got to trust God. We've got to follow God. Esther is really, she had a very large amount of bravery because, she went to the king herself on her own volition.
If she had done that, she could have actually been killed.
Right. But still, God paved the way. The king granted her request. And it just shows that let me back up one second. What did Esther do before that?
She fasted.
She fasted and she prayed. And she made sure she was hearing from God.
And she had others fast and pray as well. As a matter of fact, Judy, our congregation and other congregations around the world on March the 6th, which is when the Feast of Purim will be this year, is doing a voluntary day of fasting leading up to that, praying for Iran because of the situation going on there. We're praying, the scripture tells us to pray for our enemies. Well, we need to pray for them that they don't try to do what evil they're trying to do. And so we want to encourage our listening audience to take that day as a voluntary day of fasting for Israel and for our nation as well. When we bless Israel, we get blessed.
And we know back then where the people were praying and fasting, they were doing that in preparation for their defense. So this is a wonderful tie-in to modern day. Again, modern day Iran trying to come against modern day Israel. Let's bind together. Let's come together and fast for the defense of Israel,
Right.
and that the hearts and minds of the leaders in Iran will be changed for
Exactly.
that.
And that our president and the UN and others will realize, and the European Union will realize the importance of having a Iran that does not have nuclear weapons.
And we know that during this time, there's also the half shekel is
Right.
given. It was kind of like a temple tax.
Well, it was given by the men as they're going into the army. At the age of 21, you'd then go into the army. 20, I'm sorry, you'd go into the army, and you would give the holy half shekel offering. What's interesting, because I think about 12, 13 years ago now, we had a terrorist attack happen on Purim where it killed innocent children, that the holy half shekel has been reinstituted by the Temple Institute, and you can actually purchase the holy half shekel, and they also do a great deal. They give it where you can purchase one for a soldier in Israel, and they'll actually go out and hand it a silver coin, the half shekel silver coin, to a soldier in Israel. And we'll have that a link to that on our website, so you could go do that. It's a great way to bless Israel and bless the soldiers.
And the half shekel is actually found, again, we want to give you the biblical references for these things, in Exodus 30, verses 11 through 16, is the Torah portion that deals with this. And the money that is collected was during the time of in ancient times, was actually given to the poor.
Right, and now it's also given. It's given at the temple, and the ones that they have now, they're already storing them up for the temple. So this has been going around for now like 13 years. Beged Devrit, who does the biblical garments, it's been on our show before. Is a Orthodox Jewish man in Israel. Is part of the rebuilding of the third temple. Does this? It's a beautiful coin. I really want to encourage you to go to our website. We have that link right there on the front page.
And the other thing that is very customary to do is congregations will have Purim carnivals.
That's right. We'll have one.
And the kids get to dress up. In our congregation, we ask that they dress up biblically.
That's right.
And
No skeletons, no witches, no warlocks.
And you eat hamantashen, which is it's a rectangular cookie that's
Right.
filled with fruit, and it's taken off of.
Delicious.
Yes, they are very good. Taken off of the kind of the three-cornered square hat that Haman would wear. So we call.
Sorry.
You said
I
we
know,
were
but
only going
I
to do
have to
this
do it.
once. Stop. He had, just so you guys know,
I have the mega graga.
Yes, so when Purim comes up here in the congregation, go to Beth Adonai, go to our live streaming, and you can watch Rabbi be extremely obnoxious
That's right.
with this grogger that he has.
But if you're in the Atlanta area, we want to encourage you to come to the celebration. It'll be on this Saturday. You can go to our website for the event. We're going to have a Purim Carnival. It's free. It's open to all kids. Again, if you are bringing children, please make sure they wear characters from the story of Esther. Yes, some kids do dress up as Haman, but we want to have biblical garments, kings and priests and servants and just regular people. You don't have to
you
dress
don't have
up.
to dress up, though.
But
if you don't
no
want to.
witches, no warlocks, no Transformers, no G.I. Joes, not those kind of outfits. This is a fun time. We have prizes, fun games, jumpers. Again, it's open to everyone. We'd love to see you.
And we hope that you will come and join us, but also, like I was saying, you can go to any time if you want to see what a Messianic service is. If we've kind of prompted you to investigate and want to know more, go to our website, bethadonai.com, or even rabbiscott.com. There's a link there. And watch a service and participate in a service. Kim, who actually produces the radio show on this side, does our services. Wonderful job. Everybody says you really feel like you're there,
We
and
have
it's
the virtual
interactive.
campus. You can interact. You can ask questions during our teachings. So go enjoy it. Check it out. The Messianic Hour. YouTube. Go click on our videos. Check out rabbiscott.com. We got the link for the Holy Half Shekel. You can find out more information there as well about our congregation and the upcoming Purim party and celebration. Come be a part of it. But remember, until next week, this is Rabbi Scott
and Judy
saying shalom and pray for the peace of Jerusalem.